Hi, everyone. This is Miley Martin from Student Activities at Fresno City College. Today, you're going to be meeting an FCC veteran student who is going to share a little bit about himself and his service to our country. Please welcome Corporal Kevin Robbins. Hi, Kevin. Good to see
Hi,
you.
Miley. Good to see you too.
Familiar face from the Veterans Resource Center.
Yes. I'm there often. Well, when the campus was open, I was there often.
Right. I know, I was like, "Kevin, I never know anyone's name until I see you." I'm like, "I know you." You like you said, you hang out with Willie, and I wish Willie was here too today, but we're gonna go ahead and learn a little bit about you today, Kevin. You know what? Thank you for your service and for joining us today to talk about, yourself and Veterans Day. So first of all, Kevin, where did you grow up? Are you from Fresno?
I was born in Madeira, but my father is also a veteran, and he did 23 years. So I've been around the world. I've
Oh.
grew up everywhere.
So you grew up traveling and but you ended up your dad ended up, in Madeira? So your family started
Well,
there?
yeah, we started here. My dad was born and raised here, and so when he retired the same time I got out of the military. So I came home to. I hadn't seen him in almost 4 years. So I came home and to home a record and to be with my parents. I'm an only child, so they don't have any other kids. So
Oh,
so I better go home. Mom misses me.
oh. So I'm guessing then that was your impetus to go into the service, following your father's footsteps, so to speak?
I always liked the military, the family. Even when I was a dependent, it was just always a family thing. Uh, they always take care of each other. We always had each other, taking care of each other, making lifelong bonds. My mother had a friend that regretfully passed away last year, but they were friends for well over 30 years that she met when we were stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, and they remained friends forever. Until, unfortunately, like I said, she passed away of cancer this past November.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, what was your, Army experience like, your military service? Where did you travel? What did you do? Share a little bit about that.
I was a military police officer. I was in a kind of like a line unit where I split time with being in the field and working the streets. I did duty where patrolled our community area, on base and off base, because we had some off base housing that we had to check on, and we had some other ammo supply points we checked. And so I did regular police work, and I went to the field. So there's three different levels of MPs. There's garrison, where all you do is basically work the streets, and then you have a line unit like I was in, where you do both. And then you just have combat MPs that are just nothing but glorified infantry. So I did both, which was great because I enjoyed both. I enjoyed working the streets with the community, but I also enjoyed going to the field and having fun out there with my comrades.
Mhm, mhm.
So I
So
get to do a lot of stuff.
were you stationed all over the country, all over the place?
Most of my time I spent was in Germany, but I also went to the Gulf War, Desert Shield and Desert Storm. So I spent 6 months in Kuwait, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. So I helped liberate Kuwait. I was there during the peace talks in Kuwait. I was
Wow.
actually on duty when the generals and all of them met there in Kuwait City. We had to provide security.
Oh.
So I
So
actually went into Kuwait City.
wow, that sounds it sounds dangerous. I'm sure it was very dangerous. Probably a
Yeah, I
rough
went
time.
down the. Yeah, it was. It's not easy. It's a lot of destruction. I went down the highway where they all were fleeing Kuwait, and they blew all the vehicles up. Uh, my company, we went down through that. Uh, Oil wells were burning. I at one time counted like 72 oil wells burning that you
Oh
could
my
see in the
god.
night.
Mhm.
It was crazy. But I wouldn't trade it, honestly. I mean, I volunteered to go because, like I said, I'm an only child, and
Mhm.
I volunteered for combat. I signed my waiver because, as an only child, you don't have to go to combat.
Oh.
You can stay, as we call it, in the rear with the gear. But I signed my rights away, and I went ahead and served in combat. I did receive a call from my dad from Fort Ord to Germany. He said, "Hey, you signed your rights away." I said, "How did you know?" He goes, "Because I tried to go in your place and they wouldn't allow me because
Oh,
he was going to go in my place. He thought, but I had already beat him to the punch."
oh my gosh, I've got goosebumps. That's heavy duty stuff. Um, so you've traveled quite a bit. You were in the service for how long?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And you were telling me you're a corporal. So how does that work as far as it's a sergeant, then corporal, or and then lieutenant?
Well, you go from specialist to corporal. Corporal basically is you have NCO responsibilities, non-commissioned officers, but you don't receive the pay. I could pull CQ duty, be in charge of the armory, made me a team leader. I was Bravo team leader in my platoon, in my squad. I was in third squad and third platoon, so I had to be a team leader. In other words, I was in charge of two other soldiers, my driver and my gunner.
Uh-huh.
So I had to sign for their equipment, the vehicle. So it was like $1 million worth of stuff I had to sign for. I'm like, could never pay for this stuff. I'm a corporal. But it's comes with responsibility. You have to counsel. I had to, counsel my soldiers. I had to give them evaluations and work with them and help them with their career as
Hmm.
well as go on with mine.
Hmm. So I'm guessing as a leader, in so many ways, you're really there to ensure their safety, encourage them, motivate them, um, just constantly, I would guess.
Yes, my gunner was very young. He was just right out of high school and never been away from home. So I had to help him a lot of times. I mean, you're even helping, like, he had a hard time with managing his checkbook. So I
Uh,
had to send him to a class that the military offered to help him manage it
mhm,
because I had to write him a counseling because he had overdrawn or had bounty checks at the post exchange. So
mhm,
I had to give him a counseling. So,
mhm.
here I am counseling this young man how to write checks. I had to have him bring me your checkbook. Let me look at it. And then he did it again. So I had to send him to counseling where they would teach him how to, financial counseling, actually, he had to go to. So he would learn how to manage his money properly because that's one thing you don't want your soldiers to be, financially. It hurts their career, and so we're always there trying to help our soldiers.
Right.
And
That's so
some of them
true.
are very young.
That's so true,
Yeah.
with our students here at Fresno City College, it's the same thing. We're all here to help them manage their finances, their academics, so you're definitely in a great leadership role being in the Resource Center, Veterans Resource Center here. So how long ago did you get out, and what motivated you to come to Fresno City College?
I actually got out in 1992. Um, I worked for the state for 20 years as a correctional officer,
Oh, okay.
and I retired. So once I retired, I'm like, what am I going to do now? I'm kind of bored. And I'm a coach. I've been coaching in the community for years. So I decided, I found that I could go back to school using voc rehab. So I never finished my schooling. I never went to college. I automatically rushed in to try to grow up, be in the military. You're time to be a man, time to grow up, have your own house and stuff. So kind
Mhm.
of rushed my life a little bit, but I decided, I'm going to go back to college. It's been a great experience. Fresno City College has been great. I've met a lot of nice people, a lot of other veterans, and it's nice because I've learned more with the
Mhm.
courses I've taken. Really have broadened my perspective on life,
Mhm.
um, and I'm looking. I was going to be. I was looking at being a PE teacher. I have a daughter that went to Fresno City, transferred to Fresno State, and is a kindergarten teacher now.
Mhm.
So I was thinking about being a PE teacher, but then I started taking pre-social work and stuff. So now I'm leaning towards getting my bachelor's in kinesiology and trying to get my master's in counseling
Wonderful.
to help out other people. Because I've always been a first responder, so I've
Uh-huh.
always been helping people. So it's something I kind of enjoy
Mhm.
is helping out people. So,
Well,
and like I said, the experience here in college has been great.
yes. So your interest in social work and counseling is kind of your focus right now.
Yes,
That is
yes,
awesome.
it is.
Uh-huh. Well, your life experience and your leadership abilities, I'm sure, enrich the classroom and the classes that you're in. You have a lot to share with students, which is so awesome. A lot of great life experience, I would think, which is so important. So, Veterans Day is coming up on November 11th. And I know the Fresno City College theme this year is United We Stand. Kevin, what do those words mean to you, having served with so many wonderful individuals in the service?
United We Stand is always, we always take care of our own. We always, no matter what, we try to be there for the other soldiers, each other. Um, we're far from home. Like I was in Europe, I had no family there. You know, uh, but I made brothers and friends that I'm still friends with today. We
Hmm.
reach out on social media has made it a little easier
Right.
with us with Facebook. I've reached out to people I was stationed with because we came from all over. I mean, from East Coast to West Coast. That we have people that are just from everywhere. We draw out a brotherhood. We life experiences we shared together. We helped each other, and so we stand together. We take care of each other, and it's always this time's always been special to me. Even with my father being a veteran, I've always been very feeling for the being united
Hmm.
because, like I said, it's not only just the soldiers, but the families are united also. The wives take care of each other at home when the soldiers are out in the field or
Right.
deployed. They take care of each other. They have a support group, so they stand united through rough times.
Hmm. Well, you've warmed my heart with your words, and it does give me pause to think about so many men and women in the service right now, serving our country in harm's way, serving from the heart. And so, Corporal Kevin Robbins, thank you so much for your service, and thank you so much for sharing your views on Veterans Day and United We Stand today on the FCC Spotlight. Thank you. I appreciate everything. So good to see
Thank
you
you
too.
very much. You
All
too. Thank you
righty.
very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.